Hey guys, welcome to another episode. So today we're talking about Power Query and how it can help you pretty much automate data ingestion, transformation, and loading in Excel. And especially if you're dealing with data sources where the Excel limit of 1 million and something rows is not enough to import all the data. Or even if you can fit in terms of rows, you have a lot of columns and the file just gets too heavy. So Power Query is pretty much something that can help you in this case. It used to be a plugin, but since Excel 2016, it's embedded within Excel on the Data tab. And I just want to show you quickly what you can achieve with it. So let's get started. Power Query used to be an add-in called Power Query, and since Excel 2016, it's integrated within Excel and it's renamed to Get and Transform Data. So this is where it lives on the Data tab. It allows full ETL processing, which is extract, transform, and load. It supports a vast number of data sources and transformations. The best part is that it's completely visual, so you don't have to write any queries, any code to use it. So let's go ahead and work with this data table here. So we have 51 rows of sales data, what are sales representatives, the date of the deal, and the amount of the deal. And let's say we want to summarize that and have the total sales per sales representative. Keep in mind that this is really a simple data source just to see how Power Query works. The benefit of Power Query is that you can link huge data sources that cannot fit within Excel, and you can work with those. As soon as I'm anywhere within the table, because this is formatted as table, I can just go from table range, and it would open the Power Query editor. And you see here that we have a bunch of transform functions. And on the left-hand side, you see the queries. So as you build more queries, those would be listed here. And on the right-hand side, you see the applied steps. So each step is represented by some code up here that Excel writes for you, so you don't need to really worry about this one. We'll go ahead and change the name of the query here. So what we're doing here is showing the total sales by representative. I'm gonna say total sales by sales rep. And the first step, it's the change data type. And what we can do here is want to group it by sales representative. We don't want the data, want the deal amount. So what I can do here is right click and remove this. See that it added a new step. So you can always go back and see how the data looked at each step. Here we can go to transform and we have group by. So I'm just going to group by. And I'm going to group by sales representative, and the new column operation will be sum, and I'll be summing the deal amount, and it's going to be total deal amount. Press OK, and I have my sales representatives and total deal amount per sales representative. So that's all the steps that I wanted for this query. So what we can do now is I can go to close and load. I'm going to go to close and load 2. It's going to open a model here, and I want it to be a table. I want to put it in an existing worksheet. I want to put it right here. And I don't want to add it to the data model. Click OK, and here's our summary table built with, and I can see the query here on the right with the queries and connections pane open. So what we can do now is, let's say we can change this to 55. Important thing to note here is that as we change the data, this doesn't change. So I switch this to 55,000 instead of 5,000. We need to do is click refresh, and then it's updated up here. Let's do another example. Let's aggregate by sales representative and month and list the deal amount. It's going to go here again, data from table range. And you see here we have our previous query, and this is a new query, and this is by sales rep and month. So I want to transform the date to date. I'm going to replace the current. Then what we can do is we're going to transform it and show just the month. I'm going to show name of month. Okay, so we have the month here, and then we want to group by sales rep and the month here. We're going to change the name here to month. So I'm going to go to group by. I'm going to go to advanced. And the first is by sales rep, and then by month. The new column will be total deal amount. And I want the sum of the deal amount. Click OK. And now we have the sales reps, the months, and the total deal amount aggregated per month. So we can go again to close and load to table. I want it to be over here. Okay. And here I have it. So I have it aggregated by sales rep and then by month. And this is the total deal amount. And that's pretty much how Power Query works. Of course, this is just scratching the surface, just a small intro to show you what's possible to do with this feature. And if you go to the data tab, you see that you can get data from pretty much a lot of sources. So from file, from various databases. So you can link to any SQL server, you can link to Azure, you can link to Power BI, for example, which is a huge business intelligence platform from Microsoft. You can use other data sources. You can even load from web pages, things like that. And you can also create a blank query and write it from scratch. Say if we open this query, double-clicking on it, you see here that each and every step has some code up here. So you can either use the transform options here to do pretty much almost anything visually, or you can go ahead and write code and create various more advanced steps and more advanced transformations. But yeah, that's Power Query in a nutshell. And remember the benefit here is, especially if you want to load really large databases that you cannot even fit into Excel. And even if you could fit them, working with a huge data set within Excel gets slow. And if you just link it to Power Query and do the transformations there, then you can just load the summary views that you need. It makes it much more versatile and robust. So that was an intro to Power Query and how you can extract, transform, and load data with it. And from here on out, the possibilities are really endless. And let me know in the comment if you want me to do a more detailed, more advanced tutorial on Power Query. Thank you guys for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And also don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And maybe even punch the bell icon to receive notifications every time I upload a new video. Till then, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.